Guess who's back? Back again. Mikey's back.
Tell a friend.
Hey everybody, here with another video for you guys today. And today we're going to be taking a look at our Lego castle collection. Every castle in our display here I will take a good look at for all of you guys. And you can see all of the ones that we have collected over the years. But before I go any further, let me just say, if you like this video and any of the videos on the channel, please
like, comment, and subscribe.
And let's take a look at our castle collection after the intro coming in
now.
So we're down in the Lego room today, and today I have a fun video lined up for you guys, and we're going to take a look at our entire castle collection. So anything that qualifies as like a castle structure, we're going to include here, not any buildings or forts or anything like that. We're going to start with our Camelot Castle, and this is the main centerpiece of our Camelot Village, our medieval village here in our Lego display. And it includes multiple gatehouse raid sets, the Kingdom's Joust set, the Red Lion King's Castle, and of course the 90th anniversary Lion Knights Castle makes up the center of it. And there is the red castle there on the side. I turned it into like a side, like stronghold, and there's the Lion Knights Castle is the main like keep of it. Because, you know, castles are supposed to have surrounding walls and then a main keep. That's really what the whole purpose of them was for, because they're for protection and everything. And so I wanted to use the actual new castle as just our inner keep and build a good like perimeter around it. And you know, I thought that this Red Lion Knights Castle is good as for that. And here's a look at right where our moat is and everything. See, the drawbridge to the actual keep is up. And here's a look at the side walls over here, and that is these are both gatehouse raid sets from the 2015 wave that I just color swapped. And there's the Kingdom's Joust set out in front. You can see how it looks from this vantage point. And there's more of the front castle wall. The gatehouse raid really works well for these kind of additions. And here's the inside of the keep, which is the Lion Knights Castle. And you know, I just put some certain minifigures in there. There's King Arthur, Queen Guinevere. That dude just passed out. I don't know what his deal is. And then we have our cook down here. There's our prison, and these are all the faction that populates this castle. And then next up, we're going to take a look at the actual Red Lion King's Castle. This came out in 2011, 2010, 11, somewhere in there. And I always have liked this castle, and you know, like I said earlier, I made it like a side perimeter, like fortress for to protect on this side against possible invaders. And I have Joan of Arc leading this castle. She's the commander of this fortress. But I've always really liked this set. And then next up we have the King's Castle from 2015. And they have the lion symbol as well. And I supersized this castle with more of those gatehouse raid sets. And really made it like a full, perimeter, increased the size of it, pretty substantially, and put the center keep there for the Blue Lion Knights King. So he's got a keep in there. And next up we have my Red Dragons faction, and this includes the Black Monarchs castle in the back, as well as some mocking that I did here in the center for those towers, and then the front is from the 2013 Castle Wave. And here is a look at the Black Monarchs castle, which is really the main center point of this faction. And this is a vintage classic Lego set. Glad to have it in my collection. It's one of my favorite official Lego castles for sure. Black Monarchs castle still looks great and has a very intimidating, feel and look to it. That's why I decided to make it my Evil Factions castle. It kind of seems like it fits in good there. And next up we have the Creator 3-in-1 Rebrickable Mock. That is 2 Creator 3-in-1 sets that we got the instructions for on the Rebrickable website. And it's a nice castle, and it's one of our more grandiose looking ones, in all honesty. We have our Green Dragon Knights patrolling it. It is their home base. And the big tower here is a really grand, nice tower. And like I said, this is a nice looking castle, one of the better ones in our collection. The tower is just great on it. And then there's the Queen's throne room, and in all honesty, it has the best throne room out of any of my castles, so that's another good point for it as well. It's a little cramped on the inside. The castle does open up in the back, which is nice. Next up we have Black Knights Castle, which is the home base for my Black Falcons faction, and this is a vintage Lego castle that is considered by many fans to be, if not the best, in the top 2 or 3 discussion for sure. Nice yellow printed panels on it. The black and red design is nice with the gray. And on the raised base plate, love the raised base plate sets. And it's a great castle. I see why it is considered so highly sought after by many Lego fans, and myself included. And next up we have Black Falcon's Fortress. This is the newest castle addition to our medieval layout. I made a couple of small modifications, put the yellow panels on the back instead of on the front because I had an extra one. But it's good. It's about 95%, official, and I think it looks great, and it's another nice vintage beauty to have in our Lego display. It is on the small side. As you can see it next to Black Knight's Castle. It is significantly smaller, but it looks good, and I like the 2 panels on the back. And next up we have the Disney Castle. And rumor is this is going to be getting a remake in the near future, but here is the original one. And even though it has castle in the title, it has actually more of a palace, in all honesty. But it looks great, and it's it's the Disney castle, so I wanted to include it. And here's a look on the inside of it, and it is an absolute beautiful set that Lego made. It truly is. As you can see, look at all of our Disney minifigures here that are all over in it, hanging out, and making our Disney magic and dreams come true as much as we can in Lego form. And the latest collectible minifigure series was very helpful to get some more characters to add in. But we've been collecting them since the very beginning of the Disney collectible minifigure series runs, so we have a nice collection of those minifigures. You can see a couple of the newer ones here up on the little balcony in the front, and But yeah, the Disney Castle is a great official Lego castle set. Highly recommend it. And next up we have our Helm's Deep MOC, which is kind of like Helm's Deep times 2, or at least 1.5 of the official sets. And this thing is a behemoth and much better representation of what Helm's Deep is in Lego form than the official set is. And you can see this path I put on it. That's one of the newer additions to it, but you know, it's definitely, you know, a castle type structure, and it's got the keep there on the inside, and a nice big tower and everything. And you know, here's a look at the throne room inside the keep. And you know, it's the best like Lord of the Rings type castle set that you can get to date, like official one, if you want to get a couple of these. You can see I got all my elf army and everything surrounding it, and you know, on the perimeter in case orcs attack, which I'll be setting up a good orc scene out in front of it eventually, but this is kind of how it is right now. And next up is our Mordor MOC, and it has the Black Gate out in front and the Tower of Orthanc in the center. And like I said earlier, a castle has to have a nice keep, which in this case is the actual Tower of Orthanc, and then it needs to have like a perimeter wall for, you know, defensive purposes, because that's what these things were used for, you know, in history. You know, castles I'm talking were to be defensive structures, and so that's why I wanted to include this, because it fits the build of what a castle is supposed to be. It is very defensible and very intimidating, in all honesty. Quite an army of orcs and everything. And here's a look in the actual tower itself. And like I said, this makes for quite an impressive center keep. Absolutely. And there is Sauron himself, or better known as the Necromancer from the Hobbit films, there sitting on the throne. And the Tower of Orthanc is just a fantastic Lego set. It's one of the absolute best ever made. And so when we got it, I had to do something a little bit better with it, give it a nice surrounding area, and the Black Gate sets, and you know, really helped bring it all together. And so yeah, there's our Tower of Orthanc Mordor castle. And last but not least is our Hogwarts Castle MOC. This is what Mrs. Mikey J Productions has put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this thing, and it is just an absolute behemoth. In all honesty, guys, this is the largest castle in our collection, and I would say that probably by a good number. I mean, it takes up a lot of square footage, and I mean, it's got some nice tall peaks and everything, and she used all the sets from 2018 all the way till today, and it's by no means done, because she's still adding and bringing in new sets, because she has stuff to, you know, they keep making sets, and so she keeps making it larger and larger. And she doubled up a lot of the official sets, and you know, really tried to make a proper minifigure size Hogwarts castle, because the one that came out that was micro scale just wasn't up to snuff for us. And then these sets, they provided a good blueprint in order to try and make this thing bigger and grander, and you can see the missus just did a great job on that. Just all around, you know, fantastic MOC. You know, really, as a Harry Potter fan, it's got like everything you could ask for inside of it. And this is without the minifigures. Once she gets the minifigures in and starts populating it, it'll even stand out even more. And there's some stairs. She's got doing some more work over here, because it's very much still a work in progress, but I wanted to show you guys, you know, at least it had to be included since we're talking about castles. You know, look at that nice courtyard in the center, and it very much looks and feels like the castle you see in the films, I gotta say. She just really did a great job there. And, you know, all the little attention to detail and everything. You know, just if you're a Harry Potter fan, I guess all the little Easter eggs are going to be plenty. See, looks like that's some Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff rooms. Something like that. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, but you know, I've watched all the films. There's the Chamber of Secrets and the Great Hall. The Great Hall is really one of the more impressive things about this MOC. She did a great job really bringing that to life and everything. And then here is the Room of Requirements. You know, all the different, you know, rooms and everything is accounted for. But like I said, it's still very much a work in progress. More things are coming, and this, you know, definitely tune in to see how this thing changes and grows over the years. And that is our video for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Put down in the comments which one is your favorite. And we'll see you in the next one.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. We got everything. You want some Mikey J stuff? We got the Mikey J Productions for you. So take a chance and stop by. We'll take care of you.